Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to delve into a topic that is of considerable concern to many people worldwide, the future of our oil and gas reserves. It's no secret that these fossil fuels are non-renewable resources, and their depletion could have far-reaching implications for all of us. According to various reports, we have been using these resources far more quickly than they are being regenerated, leading many to wonder how many years we have left until these supplies run out. In the past few decades, the consumption of oil and gas has skyrocketed due to accelerated economic development across the globe. The industrial sector, transportation, and residential consumption continue to be key users of these resources. According to the British Petroleum Statistical Review of World Energy, as of 2020, the world has proven reserves of approximately 1.73 trillion barrels of oil and 201 trillion cubic meters of natural gas. However, these values are anticipated to shrink rapidly if our consumption does not decrease. Some estimates suggest that if we continue at our current rate, we could completely deplete our oil reserves in less than 50 years. The story is similar for natural gas, with a slightly estimate of around 52 years. However, please consider that these are conservative estimates. The reality is that the exact timeline for the depletion of oil and gas reserves may be longer or shorter depending on various factors. First, technological advancements in extraction techniques can lead to more efficient extraction, thus potentially extending the lifespan of our reserves. Second, we may discover currently unknown reserves in the future, which would also augment the existing supply. Furthermore, the fluctuation in consumption rates can also play a significant role. Additionally, it's critical to note that running out of oil and gas doesn't mean that we'll suddenly hit a point where all the pumps and wells around the world run dry. Instead, what it means is that we'll get to a point where it's not economically viable to extract and use these fuels any longer. This is due to the simple principle that the last reserves are the most challenging and expensive to extract. Hence, as costs increase and supplies decrease, alternatives will become increasingly viable and attractive. This brings us to the final part of our discussion, the alternatives. The good news is the world has realized the need to shift from fossil fuels, and substantial investments are being made in renewable energy. Solar, wind, hydro, and other forms of renewable energy are gaining popularity and are anticipated to replace the dominance of oil and gas eventually. In conclusion, while we can't exactly state when our oil and gas reserves will be tapped out, we can certainly say that alternatives are emerging, making the transition to a post-oil era less daunting.